Hey, Brenda. Good morning. Welcome back to the show.
Good morning, Andrea.
I'm so
How are
happy to have
you?
you back. I'm doing really well. How are you?
Good, very good.
Awesome. I'm just excited to have you back today. Brenda's going to ask me a bunch of questions. There's a lot going on in crypto, but I wanted to start this show off and ask you a question.
Okay.
Have you taken profits on any of your meme coins?
No, I
Okay.
know I should take out my initial investment, but I haven't yet because I'm still hoping they're going to go a little further before I have to pull out.
All right. So I just want to mention this because it's always a good reminder. If you 3x your money, your initial investment, it's okay to pull your initial investment out. These are highly volatile meme tokens. I'm sure they're going to keep going. It looks that way. But like as an investor, I would pull my initial investment out. Not
Yeah, I think I'm
financial
gonna,
advice. I'm just telling
right.
you what I would do.
Because I love the meme coins.
I know you do, and you're rocking it. You are rocking it. And they're fun. It's community building,
Right.
it's building culture. It's
Yeah.
fun. But it's not the new financial system, right?
Right.
So yeah,
Right.
right. So eventually, when Floki hits like getting closer to those all-time highs, someone will be buying those tokens and will be holding the bag when it crashes down
Right.
99%. I just don't want anybody to experience that.
Yeah, I would really like to get maybe if you do another class or something to do one on taking profits
Yep,
again.
I'm going to do that. It's going to be part
Oh, you are?
two.
Okay, good.
Yeah, part two, taking profits. The first class was all math, right? Like,
Very
why is
good.
Shiba Inu not going to hit a penny? We went over it mathematically,
I
right?
know, but my Shiba Inu has gone up like crazy. I love that little dog.
I love that little dog too.
Loki and Shiba.
Yes, I know. So we're doing well. I wanted to talk and have you ask me a bunch of questions today because like this has been an insanely exciting month if you're in cryptocurrency and if you're paying attention to like legislation, what's going on with the government, spot Ethereum ETF was approved, all of these different things. So I think you had a bunch of questions you wanted to ask me
I
about
do have some
legislation.
questions.
Right.
So with all of the bills that are in Congress right now, um, are we getting close to a signed bill?
Yeah. So that's a great question. So it has been years, right, that we've been trying to get a bill signed in Congress for regulatory clarity in the United States. So what's a security? What's a commodity? Who's a broker dealer? All of these questions, we need clarity in the rules of the road. The SEC to this point has been like, come on in and
Yeah,
register, but you can't register with the SEC. And then we've been watching them just drop lawsuits. So
right.
there's a bill called Financial Innovation of Technology for the 21st century. You'll hear people, they'll call it Fit 21. That bill just passed the House of Representatives with
What is Fit
over
21 again?
it's regulatory clarity for for all cryptocurrencies.
Wow.
I
Okay.
know this is so exciting, right? So,
Very exciting.
whether you hear, so much skepticism, there's so much FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt. But
Right.
at the same time, it's like our current financial system is moving to the blockchain. That's what I've been trying to tell people. This isn't about like making a ton of money. It's great that we do. We're having fun. It's so exciting. But at the same time, it's like the innovation and plus my tech background, like I'm really passionate and excited about where this technology can lead us. So that's
Yes.
why I always encourage everybody, come and learn about this because we have to have privacy of our money, right? In
We
order
should.
to live in a free society, right?
Right.
And this innovation is the world is changing. So no
For
one wants
sure.
to be left behind. Artificial intelligence. What's the metaverse? Like, what is the metaverse? Let me tell
It's
you
crazy.
I want to tell you a funny story. All right. So I went out to lunch with Patty yesterday, right? And she's telling me she was watching this ad for the Oculus glasses, like MetaQuest from Meta from Facebook. And it was a young dad, and he's trying to put the crib together for his newborn child. He puts the glasses on step by step. He's watching in the virtual world. Hey, take this tool, you're going to put it here. And he was able to build the crib like that.
Wow.
People are going to do this, right? So again, it's just the world
Is
is
that anything similar to the Apple ones that just came out?
totally. Yep. You could
Okay,
do the
that's what I
same
wondered.
thing. Right. So it's like artificial intelligence is going to be our assistant.
Yeah.
You know, if you're a student, you're going to be able to download an app on your phone, and your tutor is going to be AI. And it's already rolled out in Dubai. It's going to be everywhere. So again, I just think, and you see it, this is the
Oh, yeah.
largest transfer of wealth. Come and get in it, right? Learn about
For
it, even
sure.
if you don't invest, but get into like the mindset of like, we're not going back, right? We're never going back to the way the world
No,
was. We're moving to a high-tech world.
for sure.
So
Can you
excited.
tell me what is MICA?
Okay, so MICA is the markets and crypto bill, okay, that the European Union passed. I believe it was last year. And the MICA is very similar to the FIT 21 bill that we have here in America. So basically,
Okay.
MICA is the bill that's been signed into law that's going live in June next month. Regulatory framework is already a done deal in the European Union. They're going live in June, full compliance by the end of the year. So, you'll see a lot of your transactions being done on stable coins. They're going to be digitizing all the trade documents. This is all part of that MICA bill.
Wow.
So this is why I get super excited about Stellar and XCC. And I'll tell you why.
Tell me
So,
why.
so initially, and I think this is going to be a trend, just I'm speculating, but I'm seeing a trend start. The European stablecoin, there's, I believe, 3 of them, but that Euro stablecoin was initially launched on Ethereum, transitioning over to Stellar because Stellar's better, right?
Right.
So I'm super stoked. XLM is going to be used, when you settle cross-border payments, like things like that within that European zone, for that stable coin. That's utility. This is what's going to drive the price of XLM up, right? We're just getting started.
Wow.
European Union, that's a lot of nation states. So Chainlink, also big part of the European Union, right? Connecting
Love
traditional
Chain Link.
finance, right? They're connecting traditional finance to the
Very
blockchain.
cool.
Very
Yes.
cool. So again, super bullish on Chainlink, XDC, digitizing trade documents. We're going to see this MICA bill go into effect. XDC is one of the leaders for digitizing trade documents.
Nice. Very good.
Yeah.
So
So
what projects do you see will do well when the MICA goes live in June? What do
I
you see
believe,
will like?
yeah, that's a great question. So I think XLM,
How will it change it, I guess?
yeah, so we're going to see XLM jump. And again, I think this for Stellar XLM is just the beginning. Okay, because once we get regulatory clarity and launching of a lot of these stable coins, I do
You're so
see
smart.
I love you.
You're so smart.
But just remember, we're all smart. I appreciate you and thank you. And I know, I mean, people like some people make fun of me, but like the thing is, just remember, like I was in IT for so long,
Right.
and I wasn't like a programmer focused on one little thing. I was a recruiter for all the different financial companies, right? Department of
You're a
Defense.
researcher for
And
sure.
I'm a researcher. So, when everyone like, when COVID hit and I listened to Klaus Schwab, who retired from the World Economic Forum. He's
Nice, right?
retired. But he said, hey, listen, we're moving. Now's the time for the fourth industrial revolution. And, they're saying things like, don't let a good crisis go to waste. Like I jumped online, I started doing research. And I'm like, that's it. They're changing our financial system and it should be changed.
Did you get
Right.
across on Twitter this morning about XRP being Chase, JP Morgan Chase, and I think BlackRock, maybe not BlackRock. You can cut me out if but I think it was JP Morgan Chase and somebody is manipulating the price of XRP.
Well, it's possible. Any of these projects can be super manipulated. When we think about cryptocurrency, it's a $2.5 trillion market cap. Like how much money is in XRP? We have billions, but BlackRock's worth 10 trillion. Sure.
Right.
It's so easy to
Well,
pump and
just so they
dump.
can buy up more or whatever. But when
Yeah.
will the Ripple case, when will it even end?
So I'm hoping by the end of the summer. And just to be fully transparent, like I made a trade, on XRP because I do believe once that lawsuit's over, we're going to see the price of XRP pump.
Yeah,
And then,
I bought a lot more too
all right,
because I
cool.
think it'll go up.
So, so I'm hoping by the end of the summer. Okay, it could happen tomorrow. We're just waiting on that fine. Now, what's
Right.
really cool is that, at least for Ripple, not so much for the American taxpayer, but the court has been doing such a great job, like putting the SEC in their place, specifically
Good.
even with Gary Gensler. So Gary Gensler went after this company called Dropbox, and it's like a digital
I
license.
love Dropbox.
Or Debtbox. I'm sorry, it's not Dropbox. Debtbox.
Oh, it's not Dropbox. Okay.
It's Debtbox. It's like a licensing digital assets platform. So
Okay.
Gary Gensler and the SEC sued them, took them to court, and I think Gary Gensler told the lawyer to lie to the judge. So the SEC just got fined $1.8 million. That's our money. We have a corrupt chairman of the SEC telling his
ridiculous.
employees to lie, and we pay for it. So I'm hoping that through cryptocurrency and so many people that were never interested in technology or money is now interested. I heard Mike Novogratz say there's more crypto holders in the United States than there are dog owners. That's really cool.
I saw that yesterday too. That's pretty crazy.
Fun? Yeah.
I was like, wow.
So, I mean, and here we
imagine
go.
how excited the ones that are dog owners that own Shiba, they must be really excited. Too funny.
Too funny, right? So, I'm seeing things like definitely switching, even with the Fit 21 bill. You look at how many Democrats supported the bill. Maxine Waters, Chuck Schumer. So we have a complete 180. And we have a stablecoin bill that Senator Loomis and Senator Gillibrand, they just put that into the House. And Maxine Waters and Senator McHenry are also, they're putting a stablecoin bill in. And I listened to an interview with Senator Loomis, and they want to kind of marry the two bills. Then after that, you still have a year before it goes into effect. So we're still early. We're still early, right? So, I mean, that's kind of how I see it.
So when do you think do you think well, we'll take profits all the way up, but when do you think to pretty much exit out of most crypto
Yeah, I mean, it's a
before it
great
dies back
question,
down?
and it's so hard to answer that, right? Because I think one, it's like we're watching the narrative of the market. We're in an election year. You
Right.
know, we're seeing crypto being politicized, right? And it shouldn't
And
be.
manipulated.
And it's for everyone. So we're going to see a lot of hype. So I'm thinking by October, you know, and again, traditionally when Bitcoin halves, 6 months later it doubles.
6 months later, right?
If we follow that trajectory, we're looking at October, Bitcoin should be well over 100,000, right? So that's probably a good time to start taking your profits.
Oh, if anyone has some Bitcoin, they want to sell it like 30, I'm going to buy it from you.
You know, and that's the thing. It's like, are we going to go when we correct down? Will we see $30,000 Bitcoin? Like, I doubt it.
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. And like with every bank, every organization, every nation state adding Bitcoin to their treasury, it's a very scarce asset. And you know, not financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor.
Right.
I just think it's a mistake to have zero allocation to it.
Right.
You
So,
know,
okay, on Bitcoin, what would you say is a good buy-in? And you're not like buying at the height. What would you say if it drops to maybe get in a little bit more?
I
It's
would
hard,
just
yeah.
dollar cost average. I
Right.
don't know. Like
I
when
just don't even want a dollar cost average when it's $70,000.
I don't either, you know, and I won't, right? But I'm blessed.
That's how I
But
feel, yeah.
if I held zero Bitcoin and I'm thinking to myself, all right, the BRICS nations, Brazil, Russia, India, China, South Africa, they're meeting in October. They said they're going to announce the official new currency for trade. I would want to buy some Bitcoin, right?
Right.
You know, and
What do you
again,
think that currency will be? Do you think it'll be Bitcoin?
I don't. I think it'll be backed on gold and I think it'll be backed on commodities, right? So
Right.
I think commodities, cryptocurrency, AI, things in the metaverse, you know, data storage. I think those are really safe bets right now, you know, but I just, I don't know, you know, so if I
Right.
owned no Bitcoin, I would buy some. But
Right.
that's just what I would do, you know, and I would
And
also buy
if
gold
you
and
wanted to
silver.
buy more, what would be a good, like if it dropped to 50, would you buy then? Well, I know you wouldn't because you bought it like nothing. But if you didn't have enough, what would be a good buy-in? If it dropped to, well, 45, of course, but if it goes maybe below 50 to try and pick up a little bit?
I would honestly just dollar cost average.
Okay.
So I would just, if I had $1,000 to invest, I would probably just invest some this month, some next month, and maybe the month after. I see when I look at Bitcoin's chart and after the launch of the ETF, Bitcoin retraced back down to 48,000. Then it went up, hit an all-time high, corrected back down, and we've been moving sideways.
Right.
So we're in accumulation zone, and I see us going into the next leg of the bull run. So I would buy now, you know. And I'm telling you, Brenda, when Bitcoin's 100,000 and Stellar's like 40, 50, 60 cents a dollar, who knows? That's when
Right.
your friends and family will be like, how can I get in? And like, now's the time,
Right.
you know,
Right. For sure.
because it
For
gets to a
sure.
point where it's like, I don't know, you know, do I think Bitcoin's going to go to 100,000? I do. But,
Yes.
you know, I was like screaming from the rooftops at 20 grand, you know,
Right.
so, but it's fun. And again, you know,
Very fun.
if the cycle repeats, everything's going to crash. We'll have a couple of years to like accumulate all of our coins again. And then I think we'll go into like mass adoption.
Right.
That's just how I see
Very
it.
good.
Very good.
And then what do you think, when it's like the Ethereum ETF, when do you think that will launch?
So right now, 8 companies got approved for the spot Ethereum ETF,
okay.
which is awesome. But all because like, so now they have to file what's called an S1, and it's basically just to register, I think, on the exchange. But that can take a couple weeks to a couple months. So
Okay.
I don't know, maybe in June, if hopefully, like they seem to be pushing this through. So hopefully by June, they'll launch the spot Ethereum ETF, and then we'll see if we get another one. You know,
Crazy. Right.
it's crazy. So there's so much hype. Will it be Solana? Will it be Chainlink? Will it be XRP?
Right. Which one will it be?
It'll be all of them eventually.
And then
So
I do have one last question for you. What about gold and silver? Because I notice their values just keep skyrocketing.
totally. So I'm glad you
Do
noticed.
still suggest Wisdom Tree Prime? Do you think to buy physical gold and silver?
I think both. So, and here's kind of like my rationale about holding both. Wisdom Tree Prime is a centralized custodian, right? And they will hold your gold, but you'll have a debit card or an app on your phone, but you can actually get like a debit card and you can buy things with digital gold, just like the Glint card that I used to recommend. And I still do, but Wisdom Tree Prime just offers so many other services. And I think their fees are a lot less.
Okay.
So every week, like I went to the grocery store this morning and I was like, wow,
I went yesterday. Crazy.
wow, it's crazy. So gold's going up because our dollar's being inflated.
You know, I'm starting to think that Dawn has something going on here, that she's growing her own food. Because when I go to the grocery store, I can't afford to pay for food.
Yep. Yeah. And it's, so that's kind of why, no one really wants to like use their Bitcoin ever, right? As far as I see it, like, why would I sell my Bitcoin if I think every nation state and every bank, right, they're all going to be holding it. So it's a savings account, right? I'm just saving the money. I'll borrow against it in the future, right? So that's how I look at Bitcoin. But with gold, I can go and purchase things using that debit card attached to my account. So as the price of food goes up, gold is a hedge against inflation. And I do believe that the BRICS, when they announce their official currency, some of that will be gold backed. So again, it's like gold is something that people have always trusted. It'll, and we're moving into a whole new digital economy, but I think gold is definitely a part of it. 48 out of 50 states have done away with sales tax in the United States when you go and purchase gold and silver. And now there's a bill that was just represented into Congress, I think the first week of May, and they want to do away with federal taxes, right? So gold and silver is legal tender, and they're making sure that we got like all the different shops, everyone should be able to accept it. We're moving to a multi-currency world.
Right, for sure.
And we're moving to
that should show us something. 5 years ago, you hardly heard about Zelle, Venmo, all of these.
Right. And now you can hold
now
crypto.
It's like, you don't want to take credit cards, but I'll do Zelle or Venmo, but pretty crazy.
Yeah. So again, I think it's going to be a process. So I do think gold and silver is a really good investment. It's just like, I think we should.
Both physical and Wisdom Tree.
Yeah.
Prime. Okay.
Yeah. Because it's super important to hold money outside the system, but you're not going to go to the grocery store and give them 1 ounce gold piece and be like, can I have change?
I got my bar. It's right here. How many chickens will you give me for a
Hey,
Hit me
why
for a
not?
bar of gold,
That's a lot of chickens.
right?
Could have a farm.
See, there you go. Too funny.
Yeah. So, I mean, but the good thing is like we are making progress. Everybody's coming together, all the Congress, they're working together to pass legislation. We'll get it passed, and then we got to give it some time to go into effect. So, we just got to hodl on
All
until we
right.
take profits.
Great.
Oh, and there's one more bill I wanted to touch base on, and it's the SEC, the Securities Exchange Commission, they put together they tried to make it like a ruling, like a law. It's called the Staff Accounting Bulletin, otherwise known as SAB 121. I know it's not on our notes. I got it. So it's 120, it's SAB 121. And basically what the SEC tried to do was make it so hard for banks to custody cryptocurrency. Congress stepped in and appealed the bill. And all we're doing is waiting for Biden to sign it into law. Biden said he was going to veto the SAB 121. He didn't want banks to hold cryptocurrency for our protection. But now that the politics are heating up, he's reversed. I believe he'll sign that into law. And then you'll be able to hold your cryptocurrency at your Bank of America, Wells Fargo, whatever it is. It's coming.
Crazy, right? Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Yep. Yep. I love it. I love it so much.
Me
Well,
too.
thanks so much for being on the show. Any
Oh,
other,
thank you for having me.
yeah, any other questions?
Those were most of mine that I had down to ask you. So,
All right. So this is awesome. I appreciate your time.
well,
And
thank you.
until next week, what are we going to do, Brenda?
Huddle on.
Huddle on.